That was unfortunate timing. It was coming and I couldn't stop it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Sexy Sisters. Look who's returned.
I'm here.
Jenna has made it, everybody. It was not the same without you last week. We're happy that you're back.
Thank you.
We had a fun hangout, but it was not the same. So, anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We got 2 super chats in there. We got Terry, thank you very much for the super chat. He also said, my delectable, delicious, delightful darling has returned. Missed you, Jenna. Hi to the sexiest of sausages. Hi, Nick, you handsome hunk. Everybody got a compliment there.
Ooh, Nick, the handsome hunk.
Terry, look at this man.
Thank you, Terry.
This man is
appreciate
smart.
you. And Mr.
Backhand. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love and the hugs that we get every time. I love it so much. And the reminder for Lady Marine's birthday. So if anybody's in Discord, yes, please.
So kind.
Make sure you wish her a happy birthday.
You know, Backhand, I was actually just saying to Zia when I saw you like doing everyone's hello individually, I'm like, he's just such a nice person.
He's so sweet.
Like to this day, you know, how many streams have we done where he's like, hey guys, hey everyone, hey this. I'm still going. He's such a great person. Like, I just love it. I love all the positivity we have here.
I know. It's such a fun group. And everybody in the chat, I love everybody in the chat. Everyone here is always so fun and so awesome. And I'm a disgusting heathen and people still tell me I have great burps. So that just makes me really happy. Oh, GRP, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, GRPZ. At least you didn't fart on camera. That's true. But if you don't know this, girls can't fart. There's that's not what the beehole is for ladies. Hippopotamus, thank you very much.
Hey, Hippopotamus.
Hi. And someone said eye makeup was on point. Thank you so much. I did a thing today. I don't know what. I am going through my typical bouts of insomnia. Thank you, Backhand. Thank you. I'm going through my typical bouts of insomnia. I can't be farting because she's a girl, so she can't fart. Thank you very much. My typical bouts of insomnia. See, this is what's wrong with me. And I have not been sleeping. Miles.
Hey, Miles. Hey,
Miles, thank you so much for the super chat. And he says we look sexy.
We do
thank
look
you, Miles.
sexy today.
I know, I think we're killing it.
You know, I almost wore a whole black outfit.
Did you?
Yeah, and then I pulled this bad boy out of nowhere.
I love that outfit. You look so good in that color.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. It is my favorite color. It's
really cute.
Anytime I have an event, I do whip out royal blues.
Hell yeah.
They're so fancy for me.
They
I don't know
are.
what it is about royal blue on me.
They bring out your eyes. It looks really good with your complexion. It's a really good color on you. Yeah, seriously. I'm heading into just wearing black all the time, which makes me really happy.
Oh my god,
I love that time of year.
Can't wait for fall. You know, I can't wait for fall, but at the same time, I also am gonna be doing a lot of renovations. So I feel like I won't get to enjoy fall this year.
That's how I felt when we first moved in here because we moved in November. Right. So I felt like I couldn't really enjoy the holidays because it was so much work on this place and we couldn't do anything to it was just a disaster. So I totally get it, but it'll be worth it for when you're done.
I can't believe it's almost a year.
I know.
Like, that's crazy.
I know.
A year that we were sitting here sanding everything.
Oh my God. Jenna and I did some work in here. You guys don't even know, man. We were here every day for so long.
And it's just so much sanding and spackling. And Zia thinking she's a demo girl and accidentally smacking a hammer through all the walls in the closets.
I did.
My God.
I was pulling out the shelves in the closet because they were disgusting. The closets here were
they were really gross.
There were an inch thick of dead bugs behind the closet downstairs. Nice. By the time I got to downstairs, it wasn't as bad. But the first upstairs one, it wasn't a hammer that I whacked into the ceiling. I was trying to pull down
not even ceiling, even that closet. Do you remember you demoed all of the shelves?
Yeah. I pulled out the shelves in there too.
This girl ripped out the shelves, and she would swing and get frustrated and miss, and there would be a hole yay big in the wall.
Yeah, we had
some
Jenna?
patching.
We had some patching to do.
We
had a lot of work to do. It was a lot.
Came out great though. You know, it's funny in how color theory works, because this room is the absolute perfect gray in my opinion, and then you go downstairs, and since there's not a lot of the natural light in the hallway, it looks purple.
Yeah.
Like, the kitchen's purple, but we use the same paint.
I think when I finally demo and redo the kitchen, I might paint just the downstairs a different color, like a softer white maybe. I'm thinking. We'll see.
So different with the new lighting?
Well,
it's going to look different with new lights. That's true.
That'll also, yeah. And hey, if you do decide to repaint it, I mean, at least all the prep work's done. Like, you just got to paint. You just
slap the paint over it because we did all the rest of the work.
Everything's done. Like, beautiful.
And just doing little things like this.
Yeah,
like,
it's so homey.
Eventually, and I realized I didn't change the lights. Okay.
I'm sorry, you're talking about your insomnia bouts.
Oh, yeah. I go through bouts of insomnia. This is super normal for me. It's been happening for... I don't know, years, like probably like 4 years now. I never used to have any issues sleeping. And then about 4 years ago, I would just wake up in the middle of the night at like between 3 and 5 a.m. And I'd go to bed between midnight and 1. And then I just couldn't go back to sleep. So it's been 2 nights of that where I go to sleep around 12:30-ish to 1, wake up at 4:30 last night and the night before, 4:30, woke up same time both times. And then I'm just awake and I can't go back to sleep. And so I just get up and I try to get some work done and I pace around to get my steps in. And then I go to the gym and then I come home, but I'm just so tired. Like this is getting out of hand. It'll be probably a couple of weeks or maybe like a week of this. Hopefully that's it. And then it'll go away.
My mom has like crazy sleep hours like that too a lot of the time. I don't know how I survived this last week. I was on this like family rafting trip, and because I'm so scared of the house that I'm like in because it's haunted, I just don't sleep. Like, I'll be like, oh, I got 3 hours tonight. Now we have a day full of drinking, being up till 2 a.m. and doing the same thing the next day. And it was like, I don't know how.
So you don't sleep
I got through it.
Because you're scared there?
Yeah. And, like, my body, like, because I'm scared, I naturally then will sleep twice as light. So it'll, like, I'll, like, wake myself up in the dead middle of night just to be like, am I okay? And I'm like, oh, no, I've woken up. It's, like, 2 a.m.
Has anything happened since you've been there in the last couple of days?
Last couple of days, the only weird things that have happened. So I told you guys about how the demonic spirit growled at me in the middle of the night and then touched me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so my mom was actually sleeping in that room, so I and my aunts can sleep in like different rooms. So she goes and sleeps in that room, and my mom does not dream. She's just one of those people. She can't get into the whole thing, and she doesn't dream. Well, we've been popping Tylenol PMs recently. And recently, she's been having dreams. And my mom never has, like, demonic or weird stuff, you know, when the few rare times she does dream. So she's sleeping in that room, and she wakes up the next day, and she goes, I had the craziest dreams. And I was like, all right, elaborate. So she was like, super weird stuff, like, involving my brother and all this stuff. And then she said, and I had one dream about, like, possession. And she said, I was looking at this, like, tree of life, like it was, like, a picture on a wall, almost like an art gallery type photo. And she said, and the whole concept is, like, you get lifelines, like these lifelines, the more people you possess. And they were, like, coming out at the wall, like, trying to, like, grab her and stuff like that. And she said the whole dream was about demonic possession. And I was like, wow, okay. And then I was sleeping, and one of the nights before, like, it was, I think the first or second night I think it was the second one, I go to sleep, and I have a dream that I am not in of a lady in my bathroom, and she was a white spirit ghost. She didn't seem scary. She was just a white woman that I saw, and she walked out of the bathroom, and this was the whole dream, walks out of the bathroom, walks into my room, looks at me, stands next to the bed, takes my leg, and then pushes my leg over. And as that happened, I woke up to my legs like flopping over to one side. And I was like, whoa, okay. It's like, you know those falling dreams? Where
yes,
like,
yeah, and when you hit the ground and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and you wake up in bed and you're like moving. Like, it was the same thing. And like, that was the whole thing. And I was like, weird. Like, my mom had a possession dream, and I had like some girl like pushing my legs and like woke me up.
White women can be scary if they ask for your manager. You got to watch those ones.
Yeah, so that was the only like weird things this time around while we were there. Everything else was like really chill.
Okay, well that's good at least. At least you didn't get any like crazy demonic growls at you this time.
No,
because that's creepy and scary.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I've ever had happen to me, and this was really weird, and I can't explain it because I wasn't sleeping. I was awake. It was such a trip. Mm-hmm. Nick and I went up to
the haunting of Jenna's mom.
We went up to Nick, where's that place that we go to? Lake George. We went up to Lake George. It was actually really a trip to go shoot content. This was like 2 years ago. We got a couple of different places to stay. The second place we stayed was at like a motel, but it was a pretty decent motel. Like, it wasn't a bad one. Mm-hmm. And I was sleeping, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was looking up at the ceiling, and I saw this spider made out of shadow. but it was like this big. And I saw it crawling across the ceiling, like from one end right to above me. Yeah. And then right as it dropped down, like as it dropped on me, it scared, horrifying. Dude, it scared the crap out of me. I was like, but it like disappeared before it hit me. And I was not asleep. I was awake. That was the most bizarre thing. And I still really that stuck with me, how real that felt.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi. Hey. He says, hello, lovely ladies. Party time. Excellent. Yeah. And then one other time when I was living, this is at the Fighter House. This is when I had like 8 fucking roommates. And but my rent was $150 a month. So it was great. The house was a piece of crap. Didn't even care. But I was living there, and I had this couple that they were living, like we had, you know where you share a bathroom in the middle and there's a door from each. Yeah, Jack and Jill. Yeah. So my room was on one side, their room was on the other side. They were like a yoga massage couple, and the bathroom was in the middle. And then you could also obviously go out and go around to their room as well. Right. So in the middle of the night, this was like a dream, but it felt so real. It was intense. Like I woke up in a cold sweat. I dreamt that something that I couldn't see was pulling me out of bed, like pulling me off of my bed. Like it lifted the blankets up and pulled me off bed, and I was like trying to grab onto anything, and I couldn't like get a hold of anything. And in my dream I was screaming like as loud as I could, but no sound was coming out. It was one of those and I was trying to call for help, but like there was no sound coming out. And as much as I tried, I couldn't do it. And I kept trying to like get up to get back into bed, and it kept grabbing me and pulling me towards the door. And then I think at one point I got up and I was trying to bang on their door. And then that's when I woke up, and I was still in bed though. Like a crazy cold sweat scared the absolute bejesus out of me. That's the only 2 things that have ever really stuck with me over the years that I can remember.
I have a lot of Inception dreams.
Like where you're dreaming that you're dreaming?
Yeah, but it's like I'll get trapped in like dozens of dreamceptions, and I have this irrational fear that one day I will not wake up from it.
Oh.
And it's been getting progressively worse this past year. And I will tell myself in the dream, like, I know I'm in a dream, I need to wake up, and I'll start screaming to my own self that's sleeping, like, wake up. And then when I wake up, it's like another dream that I'm in, and I can't force myself to get up, and it's like,
so you have,
I'm like in these like realms,
right? In these like various levels of the dreaming.
It's like
Nick said he has the same
stuff.
You have
the same stuff? I've never heard of anyone else who's like experienced that.
Well, I wonder why.
It's like multi levels of dreaming.
Well, you guys were, have similar childhoods.
Yeah, but that's like bizarre. And this last year, I've just been like stuck in these dream realms, and I like, again, I know I'm awake, and I'm just like yelling like, Jenna, wake up! Like, you need to get up now.
Yeah, actually, no, I've had that happen to me before, where I keep telling myself I need to get up, but I can't. It's not that I wake up in another dream, but I know I'm dreaming and I know I'm asleep, and I'm like, you need to get up, but I can't. And I'm like, well, now I'm in this dream world.
But it's more of the dream
I don't think that's ever happened.
And then, like, same thing, I'll sit there and be like, I can't tell if I'm awake right now. And that's the part that scares me. Because sometimes in my dreams, I will think that I've hit the final, like, waking up point.
Yeah.
And I'll start, like, doing things around my room, like, starting my morning. And then, like, all of a sudden, the dream goes blurry. And then I realize, like, wait a second, I'm still dreaming.
You're like I
haven't woken up yet. And, like, that is horrifying every time it happens.
Carlos, compliant art. Also, hi, Carlos. Lots have that, and he said it's very common. Interesting. Oh, jeez, Toasty, that is brutal. I am.
Yeah, that is
very sorry to hear. Holy crap. Well, on that note, that's awful. I used to have dreams that my mom would show up at the door, like bruised, like she wasn't dead, but she was all beat up from the car accident, and she would like knock on the door.
Oh my God.
I was little. Yeah, I had those dreams for a while, like probably a couple years.
Wow.
And I just like, because for a long time I didn't. I think it took me a little while because I was so young. I was like 5 to really understand what death was, and I think it took a while at one point to be like, oh, that's permanent. Death is permanent.
Now, was that before or after the accident?
That was after the accident.
Okay.
Yeah. That was after the accident. That was probably for the like next 2 years. I think I had that dream because my dad had moved in with my mom's best friend, actually, Mary, like pretty soon after my mom died. And Yeah, you didn't know that? I feel like I've talked about this before. They were engaged. It was a horrible relationship. They fought and screamed and threw stuff all the time. It was an awful household to live in. They were not meant to be together. I think my dad was just really lonely.
Yeah.
And really sad. And I think, honestly, that Mary kind of took advantage of the situation. But that's
horrible.
Yeah.
Especially because that was your mom's best friend.
Yeah. They're supposed to be just best friends. Wow. And they ended up, they were engaged for a year and they ended up breaking up. Speaking of death. This is actually works into this story really well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't do that on purpose. I swear to God. Her near-death experience isn't dampening her spirits. Guys, we're going to talk about some spooky stuff. We're going to talk about some death.
Thanks, Jason.
Going into Halloween time. Look, I'm sorry. We're nearing the end of August. We're mid-August. We're nearing the end of August. It is now officially, I'm Halloweening. It's spooky time. Nick's shaking his head. I don't give a F. I'm so excited. I love this time of year. Okay. A Colorado elementary school teacher who survived being stabbed 16 times by her ex-boyfriend claims she has seen shadow people since the horrifying attack in 2020.
Well, if it was the near-death experience, a lot of people have this. Have you ever heard the stories of near-death experience? People are like, oh my God, I saw angels and woke up. And then suddenly they're a prodigy at something they've never once done before.
Yeah, I've heard those stories.
I mean, if you believe in it, tapped into a sixth sense and is seeing other things and sees shadow people, or she just has brain trauma, one or the other.
Well, that's the thing. The brain is so complex that you don't, you know what I mean? You don't know. That it's like a hit on the head can suddenly, how to play piano better than you've ever. Patrick Swayze wrestling with Brad Pitt over a Bud Light. Yeah, sizzle chest. That sounds super normal. I'm pretty sure we've all had that dream. I mean, who hasn't? We should be telling these stories around a campfire. Yes. Yeah, absolutely, we should. And I love that a lot of people in my chat are compliant. Art, good night. Thank you for hanging out with us as long as you did. Was she stabbed in the head? Maybe she got hit in the head. Maybe when she was struggling, her head hit something. So the Texas native swears she saw 3 crystal clear ghosts of people who died in her lifetime and insists one even helped her reach her phone to call for help as the assault unfolded on November 4th, 2020.
Hey, Matt Adams. Thank you so much. Amos, sorry. Thank you so much.
Matt Amos, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, pumpkin spice latte season's upon us. Run while you can. This is my one issue with this season, Matt Amos. My one issue with this season is that pumpkin spice? No, pumpkin spice. I think it could be good, and occasionally it is, but 99% of the time it's disgusting because it just tastes like chemical garbage. And then they do pumpkin spice flavor and things that should not be pumpkin spice flavored. But I also like black coffee, so I don't really like I don't like lattes.
The super sweet, whatever.
Yeah, it's gross. But hi, Deadpool. I did see you. I just didn't get a chance to say hi to everybody. It's harder to do when there's people on. Pumpkin spice lattes are not delicious, Greg. You're just wrong. What was I gonna say? I was saying something.
Force Ghost Fabio. We have to get back to that.
Oh, whoa. That's wild. Okay. Pumpkin spice. That's my one problem with this season is that they pumpkin spice everything that doesn't need to be pumpkin spiced. And then all of a sudden you go outside and there's white girls walking around in Ugg boots with pumpkin spice lattes like the freaking Walking Dead. And you're like, oh my God, I gotta escape. And that's my one qualm with fall.
Yeah, no, okay, I can hear that. I think it's funny that people think pumpkin, because of pumpkin spice and the lattes, are actually supposed to be super sweet, and then when you actually have legitimate organic pumpkin, it's bitter, and people think it's gross, and I'm like, no, but that's what pumpkin truly tastes like. Yeah, you just like sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that pumpkin spice would taste good if it tasted like actual pumpkin, and you could make it lightly sweet. I don't mind if it's lightly sweet, but it's always this cloying, sickeningly sweet, and they use way too much nutmeg and stuff to try to be like, it's
nutmeg, yeah.
You gotta just use a little bit of it. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. I'm kind of with Deranged Lunatic on this. The only thing I like is pumpkin flavored is pumpkin pie. Although,
so good.
Yeah. I tried the pumpkin spice ramen. That's why I made that.
Oh, that's real? I thought that was just a joke.
That's real. I had it. It's disgusting. It's one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth.
I don't know why anyone would try that. It sounds repulsive.
The worst part is you think, it might just be pumpkin flavored, but it's not. It's
ramen.
It's also sweet. Like, it's not just pumpkin. Like, pumpkin flavored ramen might be okay, but they made it sweet too. So gross. So
Andrew,
gross.
I'm happy that you're enjoying your bloomin' onion burger.
I don't know what a bloomin' onion burger is, but that sounds awesome. It's a pumpkin spice ball deodorant. Okay, back to the story.
Yes, and then we'll talk about glowing people.
Yeah, that's wild. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of glowing people in my life.
I don't think I've ever seen glowing people. Post says she was ambushed in her home by Jonathan Crosley, 25, after she turned down his efforts to be more than a summer fling. So he was trying to be her boyfriend, and she's like, nah, son, I just want that D. And he was like, what?
Yeah, she wanted a little, like, summertime, and she was just going back to her kids at school. I get it.
Yeah, I get it, too. She's got glorious red hair. Did Lotta
Oh, my God,
love
she
her.
does have glorious red hair.
Isn't that nice?
Dilotic, are you into girls with glorious red hair?
Dilotic loves redheads.
Oh, that's
Loves
like
them.
so sweet.
Dilotic.
It's just because so many people like crap on red hair, and then it's like you have outliners like Dilotic that it's like no, that's like he's attracted to it. And
Yeah.
I think it's great. Like I just truly think it's like great.
I think it's great
beautiful,
too.
And people always crap on it.
Every time I see a hot redhead, I forward it along to Dilotic. It's now it's gotten to the point where I see a redhead, I'm like, oh, Dilotic would like this.
Do you guys follow the page called Puppy Melons?
No. Tell me about puppy melons. Are they puppies and
like,
melons?
That's exactly what it is. It's like really fast, and I think all of the guys in the chat should follow it. So it's puppies.
And
the whole
boobs?
thing is puppies. You click on any dog that you want, the picture, and you swipe over, and it's melons. It's melons. You know? Yeah, it's a great page. Just type in
Boobs.
puppy melons, and
All right,
you guys
well,
will
I'm-
have like the greatest experience.
Now
There's
it's gonna
a lot
follow.
of hot redheads and stuff on it. That's why it came to my mind.
There you go, Ditterson. Right there. Redheads for you. Lance Corporal Veteran, thank you very
Thank you.
much for the super chat. Welcome to the stream. He
Aw.
says, my neighbor is growing pumpkins. Hope to get one. How big are they? Are they big pumpkins? Send some. I want to get pumpkin. I'm getting pumpkins this year. That's true. I do get pumpkins every year. I am one of those people. I buy pumpkins, especially the little
I buy
ones. They're so
pumpkins
cute.
too.
Right?
Like little gourd things.
Oh,
Yeah,
adorable.
gorgeous.
You
What are they
guys-
called again?
Gourds. Yeah.
Gourds, yeah, okay.
And you got to put them everywhere. Pumpkin spice boobs. That's what I'll do. I'll pour pumpkin spice on my tatas.
you could do like little like whipped cream.
There you
and,
go. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Terry.
Terry, thank you for the super chat.
Hey, Terry.
He says, how dare people ruin coffee? Agreed. I would rather lick pea-stained gravel, chew on poop, lick a crusty snatch than drink bad coffee.
He goes lick a crusty snatch.
I think that's the worst of them all. I think I'd rather lick pea-stained gravel and chew... Well, you lost me with the poop.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
Mindless self-indulgence, my guess is both.
Yeah. Now, honestly, more just for the melons, but it's like discreet because like when I'm like in a public place,
You can see...
I'm like not trying to expose myself for a big pair of knockers on the screen. You know when like you're sitting next to someone or someone on like a train or whatever, and they just so happen to open their phone. It's a bunch of like half naked girls, and you're like, whoa, wasn't supposed to see that one, you know? It's like at least I know it's like puppy melons. There's a puppy on screen. I can do a quick left and right, and swipe it on over to see some.
That definitely happens to me. I have to remind myself not to open Twitter at places like the gym because I follow so many
Yep.
prawn stars that are like they're my friends.
Yeah.
And I like all their stuff because you're trying, you want to support them and interact, and I know how
Right.
important that is. And so their stuff shows up in my feed a lot. And it's just sometimes it's just full on someone getting banged in both holes, and I'm like, oh, don't open this here, lady.
I was at Walgreens getting my medication for this new like pill, and so they were trying to do this discount code. Did I tell you this story?
I don't think so.
Okay, they were trying to do this discount code, and it wasn't working on like the actual screen itself on the internet. So the guy wanted me to screenshot it and then go into my photos and see if it comes up normal as a screenshot. So I'm like, okay, sure. So I do it. He's looking, and I told him like, try to just stay on that page. He was like, yeah, okay. He was an absolute gem. He worked on it for so long to get like the price down for this medicine.
That's nice.
And his coworker was trying to help him insert the code, and he swipes off the damn photo just into my full-blown out, nothing left and right. He just swipes off, and all of my photos come up, and it's all me like legs open, like feet up in the air, like sexy foot photos, and I'm like, and I just look at them, I just go, I am so sorry, I am a foot model.
You didn't have to say sorry. He shouldn't have been swiping out of your freaking pictures. He knew what he was doing.
But they were like, all good, and they just slowly handed me my phone back, and I was like, I said,
they knew exactly what they were doing.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
honestly,
not an accident.
The one guy felt bad. So here's the thing: the one guy who swiped off is a female to male person, transgender, who has just transitioned.
All right.
So I think it was an honest accident, because someone who was previously a female, and a lot of the stuff transgender people have to go through and whatnot, I'm assuming he gets that you don't just swipe on a female's offer thing. The other man was so genuine and stuff, and he literally was like, "Oh my god," and just handed it back, and I was like, "Oh."
Recently we had something sort of similar happen. We went in to go exchange a camera that we had that didn't work. The battery wouldn't charge. It wouldn't hold a charge, so we couldn't use it. And it wasn't that old, and it had the SD card in it, and we went to go return it, and we realized that Nick had recently shot some photos of me they were pretty naked, and we turn it in and we realized it, and we're like, I get those are gone now.
Someone's got them.
No, 5 minutes later, the guy comes back.
Really?
And he's like, "Is this your SD card?" I guarantee you he saw those and was like, we got the one nice guy who worked there who it was like, oh crap, and actually came back and gave us the SD card. And he did it in a way that I know he had to have seen something.
Yeah.
Because
he put it on the charger, turned it on, and just checked it just to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so funny.
Sizzle Chest, I want to, absolutely. As soon as my friend Amy comes back from vacation, I'd love to have her on. But first, I just want to hang out for funsies. I would also love to have Gigi on, because she's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of people I'd love to have on. It definitely. Sure. I'm so sorry, I'm a beehole model. All right, back to the story.
Back to dead people.
Back to dead people. Poe said she was very upfront from the start. So for anyone who's just showing up now, all right, hold on. Let's do the super chat first, then we'll go back to the story.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you so much.
Lance Corporal Veteran, thank you for the super chat. He said, how much is the feet kink sexual versus internet meme? It is very sexual.
Yeah, and I don't even do nude or things like that, but I will put on short shorts and take my legs and pull them up. So you are looking, at my full body and everything.
But it's not nude.
It's not nude, but it's you're looking at my legs spread from a downward angle with my feet up and
Right.
So it can definitely get sexual.
I would say that's lewd. That counts as lewd. But besides that, I think that just in general, feet are absolutely sexual for people.
Oh my God. I'll go on Reddit and there's girls with their heels, and they'll be sitting in a position where they can get themselves off.
I like how you're trying to phrase that. You're like, how do I phrase this properly?
How do I not get banned on YouTube? Yeah, no, it can get interesting.
Yeah, and also just the amount of people that I've had ask for videos of me fully clothed with just feet is.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They don't even want the rest of the nudity. They're like, I just want your feet, and I'm like, okay, sure thing. You don't want the nudity, it's fine. So back to this story. For anyone who's just showing up, this woman got stabbed by her boyfriend or guy who was trying to be her boyfriend.
A lot of times.
17 times, I think. And after that, she started seeing shadow people.
Stabbed 16 times.
16 times. Close. Wow, it was close. So she tried to tell him. So Poe said that she was very upfront with him from the start and sought distance herself from Crosley when things turned sour. He wouldn't leave. He kept leaving really intense voice messages saying, I love you. I'm not going to let you go, Poe recalled. I was scared. The spurned lover reportedly snuck into Poe's home and waited in a crawl space for 26 hours.
No.
Wow. Nick says the man's dedicated. She said she went to check on her pet bunny, Boomer, when Crosley charged at her. He then pushed me down the stairs and I hit my back pretty hard. I still have injuries and trauma from that, she recounted. He grabbed me by the back of my hair. It was really long at the time. He shoved my head into the wall 5 or 6 times. See, she did hit her head. I knew it.
Oh my God.
Why didn't she break up with him after the first time? Also nerdy stupid. That was good. He then pushed me down the stairs and I hit my neck pretty bad. Oh no, I already read that part. Crosley stabbed Poe in the neck, torso, and arms. She said she played dead so he would leave. Yes, I want to see what this guy looks like. That is...
Girl.
exactly what I thought he would look like, to be honest with you. I
actually didn't think he would look like that.
What do you think he was going to look like?
I was picturing an older gentleman, someone who, he does have the crazy eyes.
He's got those, look at that smile.
The crazy eyes.
He looks like he's murdered.
No, if you kind of cover up, the smile doesn't bother me as much because I sometimes have a weird smile on selfies too.
That's a crazy smile.
Okay, so it's a little gummy. Like,
no, Jenna, you have a beautiful smile.
I was gonna say, I'm not gummy, but like, I can see, like, okay, the eyes are a little bit scary. I guess I just wasn't picturing like the long hair. I was picturing like a buzz cut, like crazy eyed looking.
I could see a buzz cut, but he's
looking pretty suspect.
Yeah, as soon as I see this, I'm like,
but I can also understand if she's like, she's a redhead. She had like a cute little like floral outfit on with some goats or something before. Whatever she's with an elephant and that, I can understand. She looks like she's a little fairy princess.
She does. She's adorable.
And he looks like a dude that can be like, like smoking the ganj, like cool vibe. Like I can see it working between them.
Right.
Based off of vibes.
Just based on looking at them.
Not that she would stab someone 16 times, but off of just physical appearance, I can see it.
I'm with Elsid. I'm seeing young Charles Manson. This guy freaks me out. Not a fan.
Stalking, you probably do. See, okay, Nick, scroll up for a second. That's
what you were picturing?
Of what I was picturing.
Is that him when he was younger?
I don't know what this is.
Post said he was very... Okay, that doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it says this is the guy. Is this the same guy?
Maybe it is. Maybe that's the same guy. He just let his hair grow out and his beard grow out. He looks like he abandons puppies for being black. Why is that so funny? And then Christopher said, he's balding. That makes men angry. That can make some men angry. Yeah. Some guys pull off bald really, really well. And it's not often that I think that because normally that's not my thing. I'm not a fan. But every once in a while, you're like, you know what? That guy looks good bald. Some people just do. But it's kind of rare, honestly. I see homeless John Mulaney.
Hi, Dolan.
So he was in... Hi, Dolan.
He was in here for 26
hours in this crawl space.
And that's a lot of time to think about what you're doing.
I want to know where he peed.
Well, I mean, he's got all of the other stuff there.
He
probably had a little piss bucket on the side.
You think that's his little pee bottle right there?
Well, I mean, that's his drinking water, but I'm saying, like, look at all the stuff. He could have found a spot to pee. My thing is, again, that is a lot of time to think about your actions.
Yeah.
The hell?
So, like, he really thought about that plan for 26 hours.
I want to know how the
like,
relationship went.
It sounds like he wanted
a fun summer fling, but
yeah, it sounds like it was sweet. His pants. It sounds like he was probably sweet to begin with, and it was a fun fling, and things got really intense as soon as. Have you ever seen that movie? Was it Fear? Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Fear?
No.
It's an old movie. It's with Marky Mark.
Like 98.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, it's like a 96. Well, I didn't realize it was 96. And Reese Witherspoon. And it's essentially sort of this thing where he gets...
he thought he would give a stab at trying to get back together.
Fuck yeah!
What was that? Oh my god, is that
I have a soundboard, yeah.
You heard what I said?
I was looking at that and trying to figure out what the heck it was.
Yeah, now I can...
Piece of garbage.
I love it.
It's the best thing ever. So, yeah, basically, the plot is he becomes obsessed with her and starts stalking her and gets violent and killing people that are close to her. And, yeah, I mean, that stuff happens all the time. So, apparently, this guy pulled a Marky Mark Fear.
Wow.
Yeah. So, she said she remembers seeing a carousel of people in the bathroom doorway 2 feet from where she was laying in a pool of blood. My maternal grandmother was standing right there, Poe explained of her grandmother, Jeannie, whom she didn't get to say goodbye to. She passed away in 2014. She was standing there just kind of quaintly smiling at me. She didn't wave or anything like that. Jeannie faded out and pal Vicky faded in. Poe's best friend from high school, Vicky, reportedly committed suicide in February 2020. It's a crystal clear image of what she was wearing, and she was also standing there in this... And the same as Jeannie, she had this comforting smile on her face, Poe described. I am still grieving for her 3 years later, but it felt like bonus time, even just for 5 seconds, or however long it was, to see her and be near her again.
Oh, that's actually quite sweet.
Alyssa Burkett, who was stabbed and shot to death by her ex in Poe's Texas hometown, was the third person to fade in. Poe claimed it was Burkett who literally pulled me up and I was sitting upright, an action she said saved her life because it allowed her to use her phone to send for help. A lot of people have been like, that was just your brain surviving or an angel. But what I'm telling you is it was real as seeing an alive person in the room, and it wasn't ghostly, she said. After the attack, Crosley died by throwing himself 150 feet from a cliff edge. What? So he killed himself. So he unalived himself. He jumped off a cliff.
Who does all that just to jump off a cliff?
Crazy people. People who are insane.
What was it? I want to know his red flags. What were his green flags? I want to know the relationship.
That's the question. Those are the questions. Same. Because, like, what was it that drew you into this guy in the first place? And then at what point were you like, you know what? This isn't getting good anymore.
I mean, at least she is comfortable that he's unalive.
Yeah, you know, like, oh, he can
never come after me again. Like, he is gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Those are very pretty earrings, by the way.
Thank you. These earrings were made for me. I used to work at this bed and breakfast back home, and one of the guests made these for me.
That's so kind.
It was really sweet. And then he left them.
My mom made these for me.
Really? Yeah. Those are so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, see, we're still similar.
Wow, crafty people.
So Poe, meanwhile, underwent 10 surgeries as well-wishers donated more than $66,000 for her medical bills, which is awesome. I'm very glad that was covered.
Thank goodness, yeah.
She says she's been seeing shadowy figures probably between 50 and 100 times during her recovery. They never approach me apart from one specific time, and the second I start to walk towards it or acknowledge it, it's just gone, she shared. I think because I almost crossed over because it was so close. Maybe those shadow people are people who are in between of crossing over, and they're in the middle somewhere. Maybe that's why I can see them.
Purgatory.
Yeah. Or they're about to go over. That's crazy. Do you believe he could fly? That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
There's a lot of stories like that, though.
You do have to wonder, like, how much of it is your brain giving you a dopamine dump as you're nearing death, or like how much of it is they also describe like mothers who can lift cars off of their kids, like just this amazing. Your brain can do incredible things, and how much of it, like if she's still seeing it afterwards, how much of it is maybe there's some other dimension that we don't know about. Say? We don't know. That's true.
We just don't.
I tend to be a skeptic, and I tend to not really believe in that kind of stuff. But the truth is, we actually don't know. So,
and that's what got me into the whole like maybe God's real. Not like the God we read about really, but I'm saying something. Like energy, higher power, things like that. Because reality is like I'm just some white girl, on the East Coast, don't know crap about crap. Why am I allowed to say God exists or does not exist? Like,
no one knows anything about anything.
Yeah,
no one does. Lance Corporal Veteran, thank you so much for the super chat. Trauma makes you relive stuff that isn't happening. That's also true.
Like PTSD is a very real thing.
Yep,
I just find this interesting though, because it's obviously not like she wants to see shadow people. Like, it's not like she was dying and, like, beautiful things happen because your body's just releasing a bunch of
the chemicals,
stuff.
Right, which does happen.
This is like, oh, she's just recovering, she's hanging out, and there's, like, a shadow person in the corner, you know? Like, I would be, like, whoa, get away from me.
That's not exactly comforting, but to her, she said it was comforting. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Have you read Harry Potter or watched the movies?
Yeah.
You know, at the last book, where Harry's going to sacrifice himself to Voldemort, and he has the stone, I forget what it's called, resurrection stone, and his parents and Sirius show up.
Yes.
That's what that kind of reminds me of. To like comfort him as he goes towards death. That was like the first thing that popped into my head. What if that guy starts showing up? I would be scared. If I could see a shadow version of that guy, I'd be freaking out.
Nick just said, what if he shows up, like as in the killer, the guy, the ex-boyfriend?
Mindless self-indulgence. Reality is relative to our own consciousness. That's why people do psychedelics. And that's also an excellent point.
Yes. Social links. I have Instagram, which is JenJam Basile. JenJam, B as in boy, ASILE. Oh, I think Nick's posting it. Nice. Nick's got it. And I also have a foot page, which is Juna J, JUNAJAYY. That's for feetsies, if you guys wanted that.
For feets. All right. So that woman is alive.
Okay.
Good for her.
Seeing bright colored random people.
Yeah, that's another one.
So, okay, I know someone said, like, mentioned it, you know, about they had this experience and they saw this, like, man. Some people say that it's angels. If you see people that are, like, brightly colored and neon lights and things like that, that they can be, like, comforting angels and stuff. A lot of people associate them with comfort. A lot of people have seen them before, just, like, random people that are all colorful. I used to see them when I was a child. I would wake up in this haunted Pennsylvania house room that I used to live in, because that was my room that the demon got me at, and I would wake up and my entire family would be staring at me, all in neon colors, like lighting up the whole room.
That's a trip.
Like, I couldn't see every bit of my room because light emitted from them, but I didn't have night lights. I didn't have anything on. The room's pitch black. If you shut off the lights, you don't see anything in the room. And I know your eyes adjust at night, but not to this extent. It was like having light in every corner of my room going off. And I would just look around and I would see these people of my family. All of them are my family members, and they would just stare at me. And it would happen over and over, and I would always have to run through them because always one of them was right next to my bed, and I would wake up with someone of my family looking at me. And I would have to run through them. I would get my parents, and every time they would come back, they would be gone.
Weird.
And it would happen all the time. They would be sitting on my dress or whatever. But the crazy part is they would light up the room. And every time my mom or my father would come into the room, they weren't there, and it was pitch black again.
Huh.
And I would be like awake. Like, I would be like awake staring at them going, oh my God. I would get up out of bed and have to run through them. And they would be there. And then...
Weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. And here's the thing, though. As scary as they were, like as frightened as I wasn't horrified to the extent of I could have been if they were other people. You know what I'm saying?
So because it was your family, you're like, well, I guess it's my family.
And it
it's
was.
not
They
as
were
bad.
neon. They were all neon colors that emitted beautiful light off of them, you know?
Whoa. Mindless Self-Indulgence said, when I was a kid, me and my siblings had imaginary friends in a lilac bush grove by our house. As it turns out, 3 young children were buried in that grove.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I used to love the Fear Street novels when I was like a young lass. I used to read an F ton of those. And it reminds me of that kind of stuff. Like, I loved ghost stories.
Yeah.
And I guess I still do. It's harder to find good ghost stories as an adult. But every once in a while, I'll still, like, Nick got me a bunch of Fear Street books, I want to say, like, 2 years ago maybe for, I think, my birthday. And I reread a bunch of them, and it's still fun because they're such quick reads. Like, it's an easy, like, you can read one in less than a day.
Right.
So or like, I guess if you're busy, a day or two. But it's such a fun little read, and ghost stories like that are awesome. I love that kind of stuff.
Ghost stories.
Same.
My cousin, when because they stayed at my house. Maybe not these one cousins, but like family members. So one of them came over, and he was like, we had a ghost that used to be in our like old house. He was saying whatever, like him and his family used to live in. And he said, because one day he was looking in the mirror, I guess getting ready for bed or something, but he was in the bathroom, and he looked in the mirror, and there was a kid in Spider-Man pajamas standing behind him. Like, he saw a child in Spider-Man pajamas behind him in the mirror.
That's
and
so
he was just like looking in the mirror, and I'm like, that would destroy me. Like, looking into a mirror and seeing something else, like, you can find some really cool scary stories on Reddit.
I bet. Actually, I can see that. I can see Reddit having some cool scary stories. And I love watching. I need to watch Evil Dead Rise because people have been saying that it's good. And so I think maybe tonight I'll watch something creepy. But I've started rewatching Doctor Who again. And some of those episodes can be kind of creepy and kind of cool.
Jason,
so it has that air to it. But I really like the creepy. Aw, Jason's being a sweetheart. What's up, who is Cecil? And then we go to food. And I'm like getting hungry too. This is amazing. Roman King says, hey, y'all, just did some fall off the bone pork ribs in an air fryer convection oven. Life changer.
Ooh,
that sounds so good. Oh my God. Have you heard of this guy? He makes me laugh so hard. I jolted into a dream as if I suddenly woke up. I was in a classroom and I turned around and my grandmother was sitting there. I quickly realized it was not my grandmother. What? Oh my God, I'm stalling a little bit because I'm trying to remember the guy's name and Nick is not here to remind me. Uncle Roger. Have you ever heard of Uncle Roger?
Like or Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater, like that guy.
No. Okay.
It's the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Do you guys know that song?
Nope, never heard of it.
Big guys, it explode. I guarantee you, Nick showed it to him because Nick knows it. Because when we were kids, I probably forced him to watch it.
I've literally never heard of that in my life.
Oh, it's the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Classic when YouTube first came around. That was when like the first couple, videos.
So this is the guy, Uncle Roger, and
I do not know him.
Oh wait, so funny. He hates vegans. So it just made me think of you because of Eric. So because we were watching it today, and it like really made me laugh. Old nerdy, that's great. Uncle Roger's so funny.
Oh my god.
She spoke in a deep voice, and I quickly realized she was a demon. Then she spit chocolate on me, and I woke up. That's crazy. That's insane. I can't tell anyone about it because I don't want anyone to know I had a demon dream about my grandmother. Oh, are you sure that that's not like a fun story to tell at dinner parties? Because I feel like you should bring that up in casual conversation. Mindless self-indulgence.
I love you guys too. See, it's
Never
like
heard of
a
it.
core YouTube memory.
Nope. I remember mindless self-indulgence knew what I was talking about when no one else did with a pop hot Kool-Aid, or was that hippopotamus? Now I'm forgetting. Shoot, that was a little while ago. But anyway, Pop Hot Kool-Aid was also like earlier YouTube days, and that always makes me laugh. Oh yeah, Uncle Roger loves to crap all over Jamie Oliver. He hates Jamie Oliver. He hates Rachel Ray, but he did like Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Uncle Roger is banned in China. Is that true? You got to watch an Uncle Roger video. I feel like he is banned in China. That's amazing.
So what you said you originally started because you asked me if I knew him, but we didn't like talk about why.
Oh, because he hates vegans, and watching him talk about vegans is so funny. Or anyone who's allergic to something, he goes, "Why are you weak? Why if you don't like spicy food?" He's like, "You're so weak." And then one guy was like, "I don't like spicy stuff." He's like, "Why are you with him?" I freaking love that guy. So I just discovered him today. He's like, Nick's like, "You've never heard of Uncle Roger?" And I was like, "No." And so he played me some of his videos, and I was freaking dying. But yeah, the way he talks about vegans is, it makes me laugh really hard. It just made me think of it because I don't know any vegans other than Eric. So that was my first thought.
I actually don't know any other vegans either.
Yeah, I'm like really trying to think about it. I don't know any.
I know Eric's friends have like done veganism,
I remember when I was about 13, my dad and my stepmom decided that we were all going to go vegetarian. This was against my wishes, by the way. I was like, excuse me.
I always feel like when people do that, it's kind of like, you're making your kids do that.
Yeah.
Really? Like, it's kind of their choice, but.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what made them decide that they were going to do vegetarian. I don't know what the whole thing was. And they did it they were like, I think it was like 6 months or something they tried to do it. I 100% ate meat outside of the house. Like, I ate meat at school. I ate meat when I went to my aunt's or uncle's or cousin's house. Like, I was not going to do the whole vegetarian thing. I was like, if you guys want to do that, you do that.
Right.
But they wouldn't cook meat at the house, and we didn't have meat at home. So, like, a majority of the time, I wasn't eating meat.
And it's also, like, you're young, so you're not going out and buying groceries.
No, I'm not going
getting,
shopping.
Like, chicken nuggets with your friends.
Exactly, if that.
Right.
Or I'd go to Cosmic Cones and get a Terry burger.
Bless you.
Bless you. Nick sneezed.
Loud dad sneeze.
So Nick sneezes so loud.
Eric does the same thing, and I brought it to his attention, and now he tries to sneeze a little bit less. Like,
he tries to sneeze
like
less
in my
intensely?
presence because he sneezes to the point it like hurts my ears. I'm
It's
like,
jarring. It's actually jarring. But yeah, so I remember one day I walk into the kitchen, and it was after like 6 months of this crap, and I was getting real tired of it. I walk into the kitchen, and my dad and my stepmom are both like vultures over, I think it was like a piece of ham or a piece of pork or something, and they were like,
that should happen.
Yes,
Then you get sick as hell after you eat it.
They didn't
you
get sick.
Eat it. Oh well.
I walked into the kitchen. I was like, what the hell is this? I remember being so pissed because I was like, you've been making me eat beans and vegetables for 6 months, and you guys are in here going ham on a piece of pork. I was so mad, and they stopped after that. Like, we never went back to the whole vegetarian thing ever again. I was so salty.
Goddamn straight I did. She did.
Yes, Roman King. That's him. The thick ting ting accent. You know, cook fried rice. You lame. Hiya. Which, by the way, people in Hawaii say hiya a lot. That's like a legit thing, and it makes me laugh. Like when it's hiya is like when it's something negative or bad, or you're like you drop your rice everywhere, you're like, hiya. That's what it is, and it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Nick, are you still going ham on a piece of pork?
Okay, so I like just looked at this like story that you have pulled up, and it says, just to read like the one line, a British woman who spent decades being bullied for her 6'1". That's all I read. Then I skipped the word bullied, so I thought it said a woman a woman defecates her like 6'1" like, and I thought it was gonna say like she defecated a 6'1" crap. Like that's because I went over it. I was like, oh, bullied, non-existent, like, and I thought decades was defecate for a second.
Can
you imagine if
so
Nick found
glad.
a story? Like, you guys found a story about a woman defecating an entire human body.
Nick would find that story.
Yeah.
If that story were to exist, Nick would find it.
He's over here like, why me? Why would I find that?
Because he likes finding stories about duty for us.
He does. It's always about duty and incest.
Duty for stories. Nick's like, those are the stories, okay?
That's what I find.
Do you want to start? Do you want to read this one? Do you want to?
Sure.
Since we're talking, thank God it's decades and bullied and
Yeah,
not
okay,
defecating.
so she's not crapping herself. So
That's
a
good.
British woman who spends decades being bullied for her 6'1" frame since she finally found self-confidence. What's wrong with 6'1" frame?
I mean, guys.
She's just tall, just because she's tall.
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say
right.
guys typically don't like tall women
All right.
as much. Like not all of them.
Guys aren't bullying her.
Nick says guys aren't bullying her. You think women are bullying her? Really?
Women hate women. You know.
Nick says women hate women, but you know the hate that I get online from? Never women, always men.
Okay, I agree with that. But, like,
Women in person, look, I'm not saying that women are awful to each other, but oh, we got a Streamlabs donation. Backhand, thank you for the heads up. What do we got, Nick?
David Botero.
David Botero, thank you so much
you.
for the donation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the $10 donation. You are
Aw.
awesome.
A vegan and a vegetarian jump off a cliff to see who would hit the ground first. Who wins? Society.
A vegan and a vegetarian would jump off a cliff to see who hits the ground first. Who wins? Society. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. David, thank you. I enjoyed that very much.
Rad7 says no one is bullying that giant. All right. Well, she says she finally found self-confidence and an unusual stream of income by flaunting her height on TikTok. Lucy Tabitha, 35, recently began showing off her body on social media app and now makes more than $10,000 a month filming fetish videos for men who dub her an Amazonian goddess.
Good for her. Whoa.
Wow.
6'1" with heels is tall. She got some. She's got some nice legs.
She literally looks like Barbie legs. That's like little Barbie plastic. She even has like what? That's like a latex top almost. She
Yeah,
looks
it
like a little
does.
Barbie
It does
doll.
look like latex.
Not little. She a big Barbie doll.
Yeah. She looks great. I'm sure we'd all go up on
You
her.
know, bullying nowadays is like not really a thing. I saw this video and it was like, you know, if people put people now into like, yo, give me your lunch money, everyone's gonna be like, oh, like sounds like poor kid problems, like, yo, I ain't doing that, this and that. Like, I feel like that's not even a thing. Like, bullying
Really?
is very much a thing because people bully each other over looks, of course, but a lot of it, stuff like this, like she felt insecure about her height, so she quite literally started flaunting it, and everyone was like, oh my god, go queen, you know. The only bullying that she can get is through social media.
Yeah, and I mean,
feel
that,
no one's gonna bully this girl in person because she's hot and she's a model, and you know what, in the model like industry, that's what people used to only accept was tall
and
woman.
skinny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you get bullied growing up, I fully believe that she got bullied growing up. Like there's,
She probably was.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna like her in terms of guys and whatnot?
yeah, 100%. Because I got bullied growing up. It's definitely a thing. Like,
Oh, I was an ugly ass kid growing up, so did I.
I've seen pictures of you. You're adorable. You were not an ugly kid. It's not an ugly kid.
Okay.
Hippopotamus says my girlfriend is 6 feet tall and she's so gorgeous. I love when she wears heels and she's almost my height. Hippopotamus, you and your girlfriend are so cute. It
They are so cute.
Every time he says something about her, it warms my little heart.
It does.
My
I'm-
cold dead heart.
Eric hates when I wear heels because we're almost the same height, and he always gets like, you
Oh,
can't be the same
come
height as me.
on. Get out of here with
He
that
doesn't.
nonsense.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Every time I put him on, he just gives me this glare, as in like,
Tell him to grow up. That's silly. That's silly. Get it together. Oh my God, Nick.
Where's this coming from?
That was like a week
because I was
ago.
ugly?
Stupid.
That was a couple months ago.
That's. Did you put that up for everyone?
Yep.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
That's me. All right.
Wow.
See, she was a dime piece.
Dude,
girl.
she looks incredible.
Wow.
Like, incredible. Legs for days. Oh my God. Short kings would be in danger dangling from those meat curtains.
Yeah, they would. Hitting him in the face.
Oh my
Roast
God.
beef here, piece of sliced ham there.
I'm seriously low-key obsessed with her legs, though. Oh my God.
She is leggy.
She's got legs for
And
days.
she still puts on heels.
I love it.
6'9" in high heels.
Wow.
Girl.
There's a girl that I see a lot on Instagram. I don't think I've followed her yet, and I should. She is like one of the most gorgeous women I think I've ever seen in my life. And she's also super tall, and she's always like wears heels and walks around in them. And her legs are, she's got like this like bright blonde hair. Her face is like very exotic looking for a white person. She's just like one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. Every time she pops up on my Instagram, I'm like, oh my God. I like go through all of her reels.
Damn. All right, so it says, I have a lot of fans who are into the giantess fetish. Giantess? What the hell? Anyways, the Stature Stunner told Media Drum World on Tuesday they'd like to be trampled on and dominated by me or cared for like a little pet. Sometimes they like to be eaten by me.
Okay.
I make custom videos to roleplay this, and I even have a tiny camera that connects to my phone, which I put in my mouth to give a real-life experience of my videos. Oh my God.
Wow.
A lot of people enjoy the thought of looking up to me and being smaller than me and me being able to control them.
Wow.
Tabitha charges fans up to $500 for a custom video, which she satisfies their bizarre requests, such as pretending to stomp at them or eat them through camera lenses.
That's wild.
Good for her.
Yeah, seriously.
Good for her.
Who's the little shorty she's got with her?
It's a regular person.
That's a regular sized person. I guess if she was like my height, she'd look like insane. Miles, is that woman Natasha Burns? You know what? She might be. I'll let you know.
Says women have also been equally cruel to Tabitha. You know, while you look for that, I was online looking at like renovation stuff, and this person did a DIY kitchen makeover for $1,000. You know, and they did beautiful stone, and with the stone, it was like the stick-on stone that they siliconed, and then you can like grout over if you want to. They repainted all of their cabinets with a sprayer. They didn't even do the rolling paint. They like sprayed it down. Ripped up the linoleum flooring, and then they put in like vinyl, like, you know, the click-in flooring like you guys have, you know, beautiful flooring. Everyone in the comments were ripping them apart. This looks like trash. This looks like this. The only reason you can see it looking messy is because they did their epoxy granite countertop. Like I guess they had a laminate countertop or something. They like epoxied over it so it would make it look like marble. But they didn't do the edges. So the edges were still undone in the time of this video. So it's like, oh, God forbid you can see they haven't finished the edge of their countertop.
Are ridiculous.
And everyone ripped them apart. I said, I guarantee you, if you were a home buyer and walked into that house, you would have no idea that they used stick-on stone for the backsplash. Like, so you didn't tile it piece by piece? Like, who the hell cares?
Yeah, but exactly. And also, at the end of the day, if they're trying to make the place better for themselves, like who do you... Yeah.
And it was $1,000. It looked so great. Like, it looked great. They redid the whole floor, the cabinets, everything, and it's like...
People always have something negative to say. I can't even...
everyone was ripping them. It looks so tacky. It looks like this. I said, no, it doesn't. Like, nothing at all looked tacky other than they have to finish
the epoxy.
The side piece of the island that they had.
Yeah. Everyone's not only is everyone a perfectionist on the internet, but everyone is a professional. They go on and act like they know everything about everything, and you're like, oh my God, shut up.
I made a comment going like, I don't understand why everyone's hating on this. Like, 1K renovation, this looks like absolutely amazing. And then I think I wrote like, everyone's just mad that you can like, you know, do this yourselves, and they have to hire out a contractor for like triple the price.
So ridiculous.
Because that's what they do. I'm sorry.
Ugh. No, by the way, that's not her. Natasha Burns is not the girl. She has the girl I'm talking about has bleach blonde hair. And Natasha Burns, no offense to her, but she just looks like a normal girl. This girl I'm talking about looks like, I can't even explain. Yeah, I can see people being intimidated.
Oh, okay. So I guess we'll keep reading.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It says the blonde Brit never believed she'd be praised and paid for her height after being teased since childhood. I was constantly bullied for my height growing up, Tabitha admitted. I was often picked on, called names, and generally made fun of because of it, and it made me absolutely hate being me. I don't know why I struggle so hard to read that. The content creator claims people often made remarks intended to be humorous, such as, "How's the weather up there?" and "Can you come help plaster my ceiling?"
That's so cheesy.
What?
Shut up.
Dating was also difficult due to her height. Wicked Steel, thank you so much for the super chat.
No, I haven't seen Rocky Emerson.
I have not seen Rocky Emerson
see
either.
if I
She's
can-
6'3" without heels.
Nick's looking her up for us. Rocky Emerson. Wicked Steel, thank you for the super chat. No, I've never seen this girl before.
I haven't either.
I wonder if
Get the hell out of here.
that's well, if she's 6'3". I mean, yeah, that's wild. All right, hold on. I'm gonna see if she just pops up in my Explorer while Jenna's reading this story. I'm just curious because she pops up all the time. Watch, the one time I'm gonna be looking for her, she's not there.
Hey.
That's so crazy.
That's insane to me. There's absolutely no way I could stand next to someone like that without feeling like a freaking little person.
We got another thingy?
Same one.
Oh, okay.
It just takes a while for the notification to pop up. It's weird the way
because
it
it made that
works.
sound before. That's why I was like, that's a new sound. Anyways, it says, dating has been difficult due to her height. Men often are intimidated by me, she declared. I've had a lot of men ask me not to wear heels on dates, or they tell me they feel silly next to me because I am so tall. I feel like I'm often made to less important or less attractive because I'm so much taller than the average, and I also think some men see tallness as a masculine thing and not something for a woman to be, she added. I can understand that. Because it's for them, they feel like just less masculine. Not like you're masculine, but they just feel like emasculated, you know?
Yeah.
Miles, thank you so much for the super chat. Miles, that's very true. Tall women give me the spontaneous urge to go climbing. Yeah, they do.
Oh, is this her? Let me see if this is her.
Oh, poor girl. She's a dime piece.
no,
She's
this is
so
different.
hot. Wow. So it says, women have also equally been cruel to Tabitha. I've heard girls walking past me before say, I'm glad I'm not tall like that, and I often hear people snicker, especially if I'm in high heels. However, last year, Tabitha stumbled across TikTok, the subculture on TikTok, whereby all tall women unashamedly show off their long legs. Yes, they do, queen. I didn't know legs was a thing until I started Sexy Sisters. And specifically Andrew, my love, would always comment legs. And then I realized that there's a whole culture for people who just love legs.
You didn't realize that?
No idea.
You had no idea guys were into legs and thighs?
Like, I understood, people were like, oh, like, beautiful, like, tall, long legs. It's just, I thought that just made up a hot chick. I didn't realize there was, like, a culture. Like, people are just...
No, people
really
love
into
legs and
seeing
thighs.
that.
Yeah,
no,
thighs
yeah.
and butts. And, like, that's a very big thing. Yeah.
I was just naive is really what I wasn't a part of it. Like, I've never...
Well, I guess I always
Previously,
just
beforehand, I just never did anything
had
like that. I
very
don't know.
small boobs. So thighs and butt was all I had.
That's why guys
Yeah.
like skirts.
That's why guys like skirts or short shorts or tights or yoga pants. Like, yeah, that's pretty much... I'm not going to end up finding this girl. Of course, she's never going to pop up when I need her. I care. It's going to drive me crazy. I'll never know. Everybody loves thighs. Thighs are the bee's knees.
So basically, this lovely woman, she posted a video on Tall Talk, is what they call it.
Tall
TikTok
Talk?
for tall girls. Yeah, TikTok for tall girls.
Okay.
And she got a whole bunch of positive reaction.
Good for her.
They said it helped grow her confidence, and the longer she's been doing it, the more confident she has felt.
Good for her. That makes
Wow.
me happy. I always get so happy. Yeah, legs and butt are usually a package deal. Absolutely. I always get so happy when you find someone who's been like, ooh, we've got food. Nick, don't forget the thing. I'm I'm going to pee before we do this, though.
Yeah, of course.
Miles, thank you so much for the super
Miles.
chat. Every single part of the feminine form has been sexualized. Rule 34 exists for a reason. Miles, they sexualize more than just part of the female form. There's Rule 34 for absolutely everything. But anyway, sorry. I feel like it makes me so happy when that's one thing that I feel like the internet is good for, is you find a community of people who like the specific thing that you might have felt self-conscious about forever or for a really long time. And that's always really nice, because there's always someone out there that's going to like what you have, and you shouldn't try to change yourself to fit the preferences of some idiots around you who don't like you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. There's someone out there who will.
This is like a really silly thing, but when I start doing like, you know, feety work for my feeple, Eric came up with the term feeble, feet people, like right? I always had this like thing that my second toe was like the same size, and when I was a child, it was slightly longer. Mine is slightly longer. I've grown into my feet now, so they're like fine. But I'm just like, no, like I got hot feet apparently.
Yeah,
you know,
of course you.
I'm like, yeah, I do. All right, let's see how I'm gonna put these on with these space buns. Should I go like this first? Oh God, maybe not. I'm gonna like break this thing. Space buns. Because here's the thing, there's not a lot of stretch to it. Like, this is as far as it goes before you potentially break it. So I just gotta be careful. Just like one at a time. Ugh. God. Oh my God. All right. I never thought I would be this terrible at putting a face mask on. All right. How we looking? I do this. Why do I do this every time? I go to look in my phone, like my camera, and I always go to cover my face and then wonder why I can't see myself. Because I'm like, oh, what do I look when this is actually down? And then I always go like this, and I go, I can't actually see it, so I have to like guess. All right, I think that'll be good. Yeah. So whenever Nick is ready, we'll good. Send it.
All right, Nick, when you're ready, we're ready. Put it on.
All right, put it on.
Put it on. Put it on.
Nice. Lemon ice.
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
I just want to say the last time when I got every single flavor.
You got every single color. You didn't get the flavors, you got the colors.
Yeah, for some reason, like I said, I've never had pink Jell-O before. Didn't, you know, it just came to me pink.
All right, we're gonna start with this one. Italian Roman. She's Italian. You guys ready? Ready for this? All right, let's see. Let's try to get one that I can easily get in your mouth.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Oh. Well, the texture, weird. It almost tastes like the pig skin, like pickled, flavored pig skin stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Holy crap.
What?
How did you do that?
Nailed it.
Really? Yes, it's dill pork rinds.
Holy crap!
You guys, do you see this? Do you see this? Dill pork rinds. Jenna gets absolutely nothing. And the last couple of streams, she's been like Rain Man for flavors and colors. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, dill pork rinds. Do you like them?
You know, I do kind of dig those. You know, the only reason I've never tried them before. The only reason I knew what it was is because Eric's cousin had like it sitting out one time, and I just got I stole a pork rind thing, or like the pigskin stuff, because I'm like, what the heck is this? And I pop it in my mouth, and the texture was super weird. I was kind of like really confused, but it overall tasted really good, and that was the only time I've ever had it, and this was like a couple months back when I just stole them. Just because I saw them. I didn't know.
All right, I'm glad you like them, because you're taking these. I hate them. I hate them so much. I think it's one of the most disgusting things I've ever put in my mouth. So I'm so glad that you like it.
You know what I usually do? I usually eat like a little bit of the food. I pick at it, and then whenever Mike doesn't eat, then like I just throw them away. But hey, at least we try it. At least we go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's eating the food again.
I'm eating the food again. All right, ready? I love these so much. These are staying here.
Well, Nick goes, what color is it? It's clearly red.
Pretty close.
It's like a pinky color, orange.
Orange, yeah.
Orange, yeah. Clearly a Cheeto or a cheese puff.
There's a cheese puff.
It's a spicy one, though.
Yeah. You want another one?
Yes.
Ready.
It's just like a red, like or a jalapeno cheese puff.
I mean, kind of. It's not. Let me see if that's even in here. But thank you, Nick. You knew exactly what I was looking for. All right, it just tells me spices and paprika and stuff. So it's more of a dish. Like, think of a Mexican dish.
Oh, nachos.
There you go.
Wow, nachos.
Smoking nacho.
Just came to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like spicy.
Yep.
Cheesy. It's nachos. Wow. I'm on fire.
Yeah. Wow. That's 2 for 2. That is 2 for 2. This is usually.
Well,
usually,
in fairness, you did give me a big hint on that one. But
Still, it's usually lemon.
It's
lemon?
usually lemon.
All right.
Oops.
These ones, I obviously can't. I can just sort of show you guys, but you're not going to know what the hell this is until Jenna tries to guess it. This is weird. Take a bite, because this is going to be really long. I can't get it all in there.
Should I worry about crumbs?
No, I think you'll be okay.
I'm alright.
I have the other half if you need the other half, too. Her mouth is getting smarter, hippopotamus. It's learning.
Wait, I know this flavor. Can I have the other half?
Yes. Actually, I don't even remember what this is.
Oh no. Who sent it to you?
Healer.
Is he here?
Healer, are you in the chat? Do you remember what this is? Because I don't. Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay.
Well, it's a little spicy. It's those little like Pocky stick things.
It's not a Pocky stick. But
but isn't it the stick things?
they're like...
Well, I mean, it is stick something. It's the ones that he sent you from Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah.
They're like a Buc-ee's thing.
Mhm.
I mean, they're kind of spicy. Is it like a spicy cheese pretzel? I mean, you don't know. You don't remember.
I don't remember. It's like a... Okay, so it's like a chili corn snack.
What?
Yeah, it's like a chili corn snack.
Okay.
Healer is not here. Dang it, Healer.
Wait,
Healer.
what did I say, though? Did I just say it was a spicy cheese stick or something?
Spicy cheese stick, yeah.
Okay, so I was kind of close.
You're pretty
with
close,
chili.
yeah. It's like a... Yeah,
Not
exactly.
really,
it's like a
but-
spicy chili, kind of like a Frito, but in the shape of a stick.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Frito is a good. That's like that's a good.
That's like what these are.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a hard time letting you guess on this because I couldn't remember exactly what it is, but like that's what it is.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So next one. This will be
In
fun.
fairness, those other sticks that he sent was a sweet corn, and the other one was pizza flavored, and they tasted exactly like sweet corn and pizza.
Those were so good.
Oh my God,
No,
delicious.
those weren't from Buc-ee's. Those
weren't?
No, those were from the discount store. We go to this discount store that opened nearby.
Wow.
It's fucking awesome.
It's amazing.
Okay,
Everything is like
okay.
$2.
Oh.
It's regular shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready? So this is not from the snack stream.
Oh.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen.
Threw me off.
This is a Zia favorite.
This is one of my favorite snacks of all time. I grew up eating these.
Well,
And
it's
I got
like
it today.
a nori sheet of some sort
Mm-hmm.
in crocker form.
Kinda. So
they're really good. I just wasn't expecting that.
you weren't expecting the fishy flavor, the
No.
seafood flavor. These are something that I grew up eating. I love these. I will sit and eat an entire package of these. It's one of my favorite snacks of all time. This is
It
not from the
good.
snack stream.
Again, guys, they're really good. It just threw me for a loop.
I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was like, Nick, make sure you bring those up too, because I have a feeling Jenna will have a strong reaction. So these are called nori makirare. They're rice crackers wrapped in seaweed. And the rice crackers have sort of like an umami, like, what's the flavor? Soy sauce flavor to them.
Yes.
They're really, this is my favorite thing.
Well, at least I got the whole nori sheet thing.
Yeah, you got that part. Yeah. Sizzle Chest says, can she arch her back a little when you put something in her mouth? Sizzle Chest, stop being a perv. I'm just kidding. You can be a perv. All right. Maybe take a sip of water because we're switching gears here a little bit.
All right.
There's some, I guess I'll start with this one. Okay.
Well, I ate a bowl of buttered rice when I was driving here.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, it was great.
That sounds so good. I love rice. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite
We got
foods,
like
I
a
think.
10-pound bag yesterday.
I have 4 20-pound bags.
Yep.
I love rice. Okay. All right, I'm going to drop these into your mouth because they're yeah, there you go. Thank you. Do not choke.
Ew. All right. I know what these are.
Jay, I like to keep things interesting down there.
Wait. Wow.
What do you think?
Wow. Oh, God.
Color?
Yeah, what color was that?
Was it all the same? Because they tasted a little like rainbow.
All the same. All the same. I gave you the same color.
I don't know. I feel like it's a weird one that could be pink or something, you know?
Close. It was
Ugh.
red.
Yeah.
That was pretty close.
Ugh.
All right, so can you
That
guess
tasted
at all
like-
what these are?
It tasted like the soft, sour myconite things that they have.
That's close. That's pretty close. They're Wily Wallaby Sour Rageous drops. Sour licorice with a candy shell.
Sour licorice, really? Mm-hmm. Can I have some more?
Yeah. You want me to just give you random flavors, or you know?
Oh, yeah,
Let me give
send
you.
it.
All right, send it. I'm careful. There's a lot. Don't choke, please. You're really careful. I put my fingers in your mouth a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You don't wash your
I had to get them in there. I wash my hands after I pee if I'm gonna put mouth and things in mouth.
this is exhilarating. Oh, it is. But guys, if you ever want to like unalive yourself, like eat some of these bad boys. Jeez.
That's one of my favorite things you've ever said.
Oh my God! Like you know when like you're about to like
This is
self harm.
exhilarating.
Oh.
Sorry.
You just like pop some of these in your mouth and like you're alive and you just have emotion, sensation.
Oh my God, that was
Woo!
so funny.
Oh my God!
She stole the trip.
Who needs drugs when you've got Wily Wallaby sour licorice?
Holy crap!
Oh, that
I'm gonna
was
get
so
high
funny.
and eat those later. Oh,
That's too much for you.
holy crap!
Please send a video.
I was just gonna say I want a video of
If I
hijacking these
remember.
so bad. Oh my God, please do.
Wow. Oh, well, yeah, if they're just like, it's just still like lingering. Oh, that was I'm not, obviously, I don't eat candy. I don't eat sour stuff.
I love sour
Really did.
candy.
It just goes right through
Oh,
you. It's just,
so good.
I feel like I can like run a 5K now.
It wakes you up. Are you ready to go? You're ready to seize the night?
Yeah.
Daniel, I wash my hands, just not after I pee.
Wait, you just stuck it in her mouth.
But I did before I.
Wait, didn't you say before you had to pee?
Yeah, but I did
no.
wash. No, I did wash my hands because I knew I was going to be feeding Jenna.
I was like, wait a second.
If I cook, I also wash my hands. Like, I'm not that much of a heathen, but if I'm just going about my day.
I saw that you ate your food off the floor the other day.
Yeah, so that was last night. I food prepped.
Yeah.
And usually what I do is it makes 4 servings. I made this garlic beef pasta that's really good. It has like 50 or almost 60 grams of protein in one serving.
Oh
and
my
like
God.
500 calories. It's a great meal. So Nick gets 2 servings because he only eats once a day, and then I split mine into 2 days, so I can have one day and one the next day.
Right.
So I was heating it up in the oven, and I had it on some foil, and I went to pour the foil on my plate, and it just all dropped on, like 60 to maybe even 70% of it all dropped on the ground.
Are you serious?
Yep. And I was like,
Oh no. You're just like scooping off the top bits. Like,
not
still
even
good.
no, not even the top bits. I took it all off the floor and I ate all of it. I was like, I had no other food. I was like, I don't have time to go somewhere to get food
Yeah.
where I can track because I'm tracking all my crap and I'm trying to make sure I'm getting enough protein. It's a whole thing. I'm working with this coach. And
Yeah,
And
Eric
so I was
just
like-
got a coach.
it's dude, it's definitely the best thing I've ever done. Like it's been a month and I've lost 5 pounds and an inch and a
Wow.
half off my waist.
Wow.
Yeah.
awesome.
I went from 117 to 112.6. My waist went from 26 to 24 and a half. So,
Damn.
and that's just in 1 month. And now we're working on like eating. Jay, shut up. Yeah, so I just ate it straight off the floor. I scooped all of it off the floor onto my plate. I sighed. I looked down on it. I got it all over my pants, and I was like, this is what we're doing. I'm eating floor food. I don't even care.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
It'd be like that,
Sometimes
exactly.
it really is.
I was going to have one of those days, you know? All right, let's go to this one. All right, these. Dude, that's what I thought, Nick. I'm not even joking. Like what Limp Bizkit said. Just one of those days when you don't want to wake up.
I did my best not to do all this.
I was going to say, Nick left like 2 or 3 of these. All right, ready?
Yeah, show people what it is.
I did. Yes, I did. I swear to God, I'm going to throw this at your head. I'll murder you in your sleep. I haven't slept in 2 nights. And I ate floor food last night. This is why Zia's our
really
heathen leader.
interesting.
I am a heathen leader. Thank you, backhand.
Like I can't put my finger on it, but it was so delicate and delightful.
Isn't this awesome? You want another one?
Yeah.
You may as well get all of them because Nick almost ate all of them. There's 2 more in here. See if you can get I want to see if you can get the flavor.
Is this like an N?
A what?
Like what shape is that?
Oh, it's a koala.
That's not a shape for sure.
It is. It's a koala. It's a little koala guy.
Is that like strawberry cream of some sort? It's so good.
It's a fruit, but it's not strawberry. Think more tropical.
Wrong color.
Wrong color, says Nick.
Because it's pineapple, right?
No, but you're getting closer.
Okay.
Well, one more. Nick said lemon. Right as I put it in Jenna's mouth.
It's definitely not kiwi. It tastes like a pina colada to me.
Oh,
It's not
like
kiwi.
pina coladas.
I think we're gonna fail.
Dun dun. Nick says we think we're gonna fail. It's mango.
I taste it now.
You taste the mango, right?
That's
Isn't it
really
good?
good.
Mango cream-filled cookies.
You know, I really like mango too. So that's funny that I couldn't get that one.
Mango is awesome.
But yeah, to me, just blindfolded, it tasted like a pina colada.
I mean, I guess I get that. It's got that sort of tropical flavor-ish. I thought
She's pulling at strings right now. She's like, ah, we'll give it to you.
yeah, it's just close. I'm trying to be nice here, all right? Okay.
We don't like nice.
No niceness here. All right. here-
Bullying creates characters. What is it?
It's true, it does. Okay. These are...
You gotta move the mic. It's blocking your face, making the camera look. No, Jenna, you're good.
Oh.
See his zombie staring.
Are we good?
Look at Jenna. He missed the Jenna mouth open. While you're lollygagging.
Well, because I thought I heard everything stop,
You
but I was
can't-
she's waiting for me.
You can't guess it. Nick, you can't distract me. All right, I'm ready. I'm putting it in your mouth now.
Gotta hold it up.
All right.
Which one?
So that's this one, guys. It's this one. THC laced carrot muffins, says Ploffbot. Shh, don't tell her. Don't ruin the surprise.
Well, I know it's chocolate.
It is. I can't remember if that had anything in it.
It didn't really taste like anything was in it.
I don't think there's anything in this one.
Why did you give her just the plain chocolate?
Yeah, like it just tasted like plain chocolate.
Oh, yeah. It has like this weird aerated stuff in the middle.
So it does have something in the middle?
Yeah, but I think it's just more chocolate.
Do you know what any of them are?
Like,
Not really.
Then why? Oh my lord.
Nick just goes, do you know what any of them are? She goes, not really.
Defeats the whole purpose of what we're doing here.
All right, hold on.
Feeding her food.
I'm becoming a feeder. Nick said that defeats the purpose of everything that we're doing here. You're just feeding her food.
I mean, I like it.
All right, well, here, we'll do this one.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, this one I know what it is.
Okay.
This one I know. I nuked her taste buds, says Roman.
A lot of chocolate.
It's a lot of chocolate.
It was so good, though.
Do you get that there's a flavor, though, in
Yeah.
this one? Okay, all right. Now, Zia no speak the Chinese. No. When I do, no, I'm
Is
just
this
kidding.
raspberry or strawberry? She's like, no.
It's strawberry. It's strawberry.
All right, okay.
Hey, all right. She got
Because I
strawberry.
was thinking strawberry, but I feel like mainly with chocolate, people pair it with raspberry.
Yeah.
That's why I said raspberry. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one or
yeah.
the other.
It usually is. So that's strawberry. There's one other one that I can give you that's not really a flavor, so you'll probably be able to guess it, but it's good. Do you want
Okay,
it? Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. All right. It's this one, guys. I'm showing you, and then I'll open it. We are Oh, no. That's Siamese. If you please. Oops. I'm filling feeling at this.
It's Nick. Nick cracks me up. There was like a wafer in that one.
Yeah, there's a wafer. It's just wafer chocolate. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This next one. I'm so curious if you're going to get it, how you're going to feel about it, what you're going to think about it.
That chocolate was delicious.
This chocolate, I got this from, have you ever heard of H Mart? It's like the big Asian store. There's a bunch of them. They're all over the place.
I mean, I've been to Asian markets. I have not heard of that one, though.
So H Mart they're all over. I mean, there's even ones in LA, but there's a big one in Edison, and they're all over the place. Well, I went to go hang out with a friend like a couple weeks ago, and we went to an HL Mart on Staten Island, which is basically just like a ripoff of H Mart. Mm-hmm. But they had some snack stuff, so I got a couple of things, and this is one of the things I got from them.
Nice, yeah, it's really good.
This next thing is also something that I got from there. And I can't wait. I saved this one for last. Now, this is big, but it's also kind of messy. Let's see if we can...
Yeah, no crumbs. Full bite.
Let's see if we can get this whole thing in Jenna's mouth. Guys, do you think we get this whole thing in Jenna's mouth? It's pretty decent size. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, God.
Please don't choke on that.
Gotta hold it up.
All right. Daniel, I did a Google. Thank you, Daniel. They are Japanese, and the flavors are milk, almond, wafer, strawberry, and crispy. That makes sense. Yeah. So the first one that I gave her was the milk. I skipped over the almond because it's just almond in it. And then there's the wafer, strawberry, and crispy. So yeah.
I think I have to spit this out. It tastes like chemicals and plastic.
Oh my God! Thank you. You can spit it out. Go spit it out. Go spit it out.
I can't do it.
Okay. So while I talk about this, I tried this. This is essentially from poor Jenna from the Philippines. Tricky! Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Tricky. He said, Zia, you're failing at being a sister-in-law. Smosh one of those things in Jenna's face. Sorry, Jenna. I'll blame Nick. Tricky, I think she might have heard me read that out loud. All of a sudden, this feels like it's on the wrong site.
Okay. I'm going to describe exactly how this tastes to you. Do you guys know... Do you guys know
Take
the
your time.
arcade games? They have those colored balls with all the spikes all over it?
Yeah. Have you put those in your mouth before? Oh,
that
okay.
smell is
All right.
exactly how it tastes. Hold on.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just was curious if you had tasted them before.
Do you guys remember those toys? Like, they were like little like animals or pigs or something that were clear? And it had like liquid on the inside and glitter, and you can squeeze it.
I remember those too.
That's what it... I can't. Like, it's not leaving my mouth.
Poor Jenna. Okay, so this is essentially, I saw these and I was like, oh, these are basically Malamars. So this is exactly what a Malamar is. It is... That's what it essentially is. It's the biscuit with the marshmallow and it's covered in chocolate. And then this thing is from the Philippines. So this is like a Filipino Malamar. And I was like, I'm so curious to try this. So I got it. And I tried this on the snack stream. And I had the exact same thoughts about it. It tastes like, this is one of the worst things I have ever put in my mouth. Yeah, it's awful. And to me, it also kind of tastes like smoke. It tastes like smoke and plastic and chemicals. Like, it's awful. How they get off on calling this food to me.
Oh.
Because Malamars are amazing. If anyone hasn't ever had a Malamar before, they're one of the best cookies in the world.
I need to put something else, anything else in my mouth.
Go ahead and get some flavors in there.
No, that was probably one of the worst things I've ever eaten.
Wasn't that bad?
I can stomach a lot of foul food. I couldn't stomach that one.
That was awful.
You didn't say the company. Malamars are made from Nabisco.
Malamars are made from Nabisco, and these are Fibisco.
It wasn't bad because at first I was like, it's a Malamar, it's chocolate.
But once you start tasting it,
it tasted like I was chewing on a child's silicone like ball that's rolled around the floor.
It's like you were chewing on my implant.
Implant's probably
straight out of my boobie. Yeah, they were awful. They were like truly terrible. That's what I said. Take it all off. Sorry, got excited. Never trust things from the Philippines, food or movies. My cousin's wife is from the Philippines, and I gotta tell you, I like Filipino food because I grew up in Hawaii. There's so much Filipino food there. And my friend Keisha's Filipino, and her grandma always used to make like really good like pork adobo, chicken adobo, like all this kind of stuff. And it's really good, but outside of that, I don't really know that much from the Philippines, to be honest with you. Mike Hawk, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Do you still do the Chip Chipperson show? No, Mike, the show was actually canceled. You can blame...
Piece of garbage.
Damn it, I hit two by accident at the same time. Jim Norton.
Piece of garbage.
He's a real...
Suck cucker.
I'm just kidding. I love Jim. I totally get why he stopped doing the show. He had retired the Chip character before the pandemic. The pandemic is literally the only thing that brought Chip back. So I'm thankful that we got the extra 2.5 years of Chip that we got, because it was going to be gone before that. But then he just, he got kind of tired of doing the character, which is really sad. Yes, Tricky, you're absolutely right. You don't want the packaged stuff. It is not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It is not good. It is very, very, very bad. But yeah, Chip is done, and mindless self-indulgence. Stop telling people I'm trying to pretend like it wasn't me. God.
Wait, I wanna
Of course I said it with a straight face. Chippison podcast. God damn it.
Oh, wait, what'd I say?
I wanna
You heard
show
what I
you
said?
exactly what I mean.
Go on now.
That this ball that
God
like,
damn
tasted like.
it.
These things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's
I remember
exactly
those.
what it tasted like. I don't know if you guys
Little
can
puff
see
balls?
This. Yeah, hold on.
I think I'll have to take it right up to the camera.
It's not gonna focus.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Maybe you can get the general idea.
General
Do you
idea.
guys remember these like squishy balls? They were this, and they have like the silicone like hairs off. You can kind of see it. I know it won't focus.
Jenna spent much of her childhood eating them.
Yeah, that's what they tasted like.
Jenna just goes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it tasted
Yeah, yeah,
like.
yeah.
It tasted like if you just took your kid's ball off the floor and
And put it in your
just
mouth.
put it right in your mouth.
You're welcome. So yeah, if anyone sees those at the Asian store, I recommend setting them on fire.
Yeah.
My cock.
Oh, wait, what'd I say?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Woo.
Chippison. That's so funny. I like it. That took me a second. God, it's getting hot in here. I'm like sweating. Is it
Really?
just me? I keep getting super hot. Shut up, Nick. I'll kill you.
God.
This is what happens when I don't
Nick
sleep.
said she's going through menopause.
And Zia said she'll kill him. Oh, wait, I think they heard that part. Guys, this has been an awesome episode of Sexy Sisters. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Jenna, we're happy to have you back this week.
Yes.
I will be back. I'm taking a couple of days off. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a podcast that when it goes live, I'll let you guys know. It's not going to be a live podcast. Discount Superhero.
Discount Superhero. Welcome to Heathens.
Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to Heathens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love how many Heathens we're getting. We're really amassing a great group of Heathens. It makes me very happy. I love Heathens. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a podcast tomorrow. I'll let you guys know, like I'll tweet it and post it when it goes live. It's going to be fun, I hope. It's one I've never done before, so it should be different. It should be interesting. And then I will be back on Kick on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's kick.com/XiaLand, XiaLand. Go give me a follow there. Subscribe. It helps me out a lot. For the snack stream. So I have more snacks to torture Jenna with next week. That's always the highlight of that. So we're going to be doing that next week. And then Monday, I'll be on Kick as well, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll be back on YouTube for Zia next Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then Unqualified Experts at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. It helps a lot. We're getting really close to 5.4 thousand subscribers on here.
Woo!
Like, it's getting closer. My goal this year on YouTube was to hit 10,000 subscribers. That was like my goal. We've got still like a decent half of the year, so I'd really love to get there. So yeah, that would be awesome, guys. However, before we end the show, we like to end it on a high note, and that's always with a lovely confession that people like to leave anonymously. And this is why.
Oh,
You
this
wanna
was
read
like
it, Jenna?
8 hours ago.
This was 8 hours ago. Do you want to end us with the
Sure.
confession? All right.
It says, I've been sick for a couple of days and was laying in bed with my cat trying to feel better. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably have COVID 6.0. I sneezed and immediately knew that I also cracked a little bit. Rip my Pikachu pajamas. Pikachu
Oh,
pajamas.
the worst part is that he lost his Pikachu PJs.
Pikachu PJs.
That's terrible.
It literally says, I sneezed and shat my pants.
That's amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That sucks. There I sat brokenhearted, tried to shit, but only farted. Once in a while, a grunt was heard, followed by a plopping turd. There's more to that, but I can never remember what it is.
Well, then.
I learned weird stuff growing up. Terry, thank you very much for the super chat. That helps out so much. Night you 3 night chat. Have a wonderful week. Love you. I love you guys. I love all of you. Terry, I love you. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me, because without you guys, I wouldn't get to do this. And it makes me so happy that I do. And we just love you so much. Yeah. Seriously, thank you. It means a lot to me. I will see you guys on Sunday for snacks. Have a wonderful couple of days. Get some sleep for me, please. Bye.